democracy and functioning of parliament in our presidential system of government is once again reenacting itself as a major cornerstone of our constitutional democracy. So having been privileged to serve our people with distinction and honor in this Senate, this is a solemn moment to thank God, who by his grace and mercies has sustained us with life, good health, and a patriotic spirit to shape a better nation. Mr. President, humbly, my legislative leadership journey started 8 years ago when I was first elected by my good people to this Senate during the 2015 general elections. Following my re-election in 2019, you graciously elected me as the Deputy President of the United Senate. I was not by any means the most endowed in these chambers of co-equals, yet you chose me. It was all of divine grace, nothing else. I am forever grateful for this honor. Thank you all, indeed. May I restate here that my election as the Deputy President of this Senate is a rare privilege for which our good people, my beloved family and I, are also eternally grateful to His Excellency, President Muhammadu Buhari, GCFR, for all he did for this honor to be bestowed on me by my colleagues. My gratitude also extends to our great party, the APC, then under the leadership of my dear older brother, His Excellency Adams Oshomole, our governors and other eminent leaders across party lines all over the country who worked hard for my emergence as the Deputy Senate President. God bless you all. Mr. President, I am convinced that the verdict of God and history on every human leadership is inescapable. So I believe that every distinguished senator has a duty to serve with unqualified patriotism in the Senate as our nation's foremost legislative institution. Patriots who are privileged to serve here owe posterity a duty to leave behind a legacy of purposeful, impactful, and inspiring legislative leadership. This happens only when we ultimately pass batons full of sterling records of achievement as compared to those who have earned the electoral mandate of our people are constitutionally enabled to inherit the privilege to serve here too. For me, Mr. President, looking back, I cannot thank God enough for what He has done for our people, using this ordinary Oromuru Orogun ball as His channel. Mr. President, I am satisfied in my conscience that despite the emergence of unique challenges during the life of this next Senate, including a global pandemic, we have nonetheless played our role effectively as partners in progress with the executive and judicial arms of government. Working calmly with patriotic zeal and sincerity of purpose as statesmen and women, we proactively on our national budgeting to January to December budget cycle and defied all odds to enact major groundbreaking legislations, including, Mr. President, the Deep Offshore and Inland Basin Production Sharing Contract Amendment 2019 to give legal effect to fiscal incentives received by companies operating in Nigeria's deep offshore and inland basin under the production sharing contract with the federal government. Finance Act 2020, by which we rightly established greater transparency in the management of funds held in dormant accounts across our banking system, and amended 17 provisions of extant laws, including tax laws. The Companies and Allied Matters Act, CAMA 2020, which is a major update of the legislative framework for business operations in our country after 30 years of stagnation and unsustainable inefficiency. The Hitherto Jeans Petroleum Industry Act, PIA, which is intended to transform the nation's petroleum industry, but which, I must say, Mr. President, is still work in progress, especially on the vexed issue regarding inadequate provisions for funds required by the oil-bearing and host communities to help them deal with issues of historical and increasing environmental degradation. And Mr. President, we know what we went through during that debate. Today, most of us at home, we had to tolerate many accepting 3%. We believe that with time, the next assembly will see to it that what we are due at the minimum 5% is given to us. I implore the State Assembly to please look into that. And of course, the Electoral Act 2022, which is full of common sense innovations intended to foster greater democratic stability through credible elections. Mr. President, distinguished colleagues, each moving and soul-setting validatory account of patriotic service rendered here today by our colleagues testifies to the proper functioning of this ninth Senate. I sincerely thank our colleagues for their patriotic service to this blessed country. I am grateful for their trust and unalloyed support for our common agenda and historic achievement under your overall calm, humble, purposeful leadership as a true brother, friend, partner, and leader. Mr. President, I thank God especially for your election as my worthy senior partner in this critical business of leading these diverse chambers of distinguished and accomplished leaders. Thank you for leading this Senate humbly and well with wisdom, listening ears, and a good heart. Your active knowledge and constant recognition that this is an institution of co-equals under the Constitution and respect for our colleagues and their interests, irrespective of partisan differences, is the chief reason we have achieved seamlessly and peacefully. Thank you, Mr. President, indeed for your friendship and your leadership. I pray that Almighty God abides with you and your dear family. Before I take my seat, I want to thank all of you and implore our colleagues who have the good fortune of returning back to the 10th Senate. And then also the senators-elect who will be joining you on Tuesday, to appeal to them, to also give to the new leadership the kind of support and trust that you give to me. I know how I am met, and this new administration and our set up a template, the kind of template that was also given to us in 2019, believing that every administration has a right to work with people that help them in moving the agenda of the administration forward. Just like them, it is my hope and expectation that you also come out and support everybody who support leadership of the party to emerge as our leaders, and then also to give them the same support. So once again, God bless the Federal Republic of Nigeria.
Thank you very much, distinguished Deputy President of the Senate. Now it's the turn of His Excellency, Buhari, leader.